am DJ Tony Cullins, owner of Standing Ovation Entertainment and Ideal Weddings with DJ Tony Cullins. You can find me at facebook.com/Tony L. Goins or on Instagram at instagram.com/DJ Tony Cullins. But right now, you are tuned into the BRI, Black Research Institute, with the niggas, Denoris Wilson.
You deserve a standing ovation.
In the Black American reality, the people are presented with representations of real-life kings and queens through the medium of the Black Research Institute, BRI. These are their stories.
Hi guys, it's Shermeen, the Sensuous Author Cook, and you can find me on Facebook or Instagram at Shermeen,Chermean, Sensuous Author Cook. But right now, you guys are tuned into BRI, Black Research Institute, with Negus Denoris Wilson.
Peace, family. My name is Magnetic Sun, Honorable name Nathaniel Wilson, and you're watching BRI, the Black Research Institute with Denoris Wilson. Enjoy.
Welcome everybody to the BRI, which is the Black Research Institute and the Limited Sky. See, I try to merge entertainment with information, and the icing on the cake is a dope conversation. Ain't no time for the faking, debating, or the hating. I'm trying to hip you all to the moves they be making. They all struggle, but still find a way to make a way. Fight back, count stacks, stay black all day. So I seek to supply you all with inspiration to remedy our present situation by showing you examples of black royalty, and you never have to question my intended loyalty. Moving forward with the force that's supremely kinetic, confident, black, unapologetic, instilling self-love is what really we hope. No doubt about it, black people. We dope. Yeah, we dope. So welcome everybody to the BRI. My name is Denoris Wilson, the Negus. I'm your host, and tonight we got a special guest. Hold on. Something is happening. I hear some background noise. Hold on. Let me make sure this is right. Got it. I see you, Leah, in the green room looking at me. I see you. But anyway, this is the BRI. This is the Black Research Institute. And hold on. Okay, once again, this is the Black Research Institute, where we showcase black kings and queens who are just like me and you, or you and I properly, who are finding a way to make a way. They struggle just like everybody else, but they still find a way to make a way and live their dreams. And tonight is no exception. Tonight I got a young lady. She's from I don't even know if she's from my hometown. I think she is. But if she's not, I'm gonna make her an honorary member of Kings Mountain, right? Like if she's not from my hometown, she's an honorary member of Kings Mountain. Okay. But she's finding a way to make a way. She believed in herself. She went out there and she decided to say, you know what? I'm going to bet on me. Bet it all on black. Ain't that right, Leah? Bet it on black. Bet it all on black. And before I get to Leah, I want to address one thing. And I want y'all to understand something. Me naming this podcast the Black Research Institute is not just about people who are melanin efficient, because I believe, and it's of my belief and my belief in science, that everybody on the face of the planet is black. Everybody on the face of the planet is black. They just different shades. So when I talk about the Black Research Institute, I'm talking about everybody. I'm not trying to differentiate whether you Italian, German, Brazilian. Those are nationalities. Those are what nation you come from. But as a species, you are black. I don't care if you're German. I don't care if you're European. I don't care if you're Spanish. I don't care if you're Italian. You're black. Science says that, not me. Science. So when you come to the Black Research Institute, you come in and you're getting a variety of representations of humanity. And it just so happens that I tend to side with the melanin efficient side of humanity. And tonight, like I said, tonight's guest is no exception. She took a bet on herself, left this area, and said, you know what? I can do better. I know I can do better. And I'm going to go and I'm going to show myself. I ain't got to prove it to nobody else. She said, I'm going to prove it to myself that I can do better. And she's doing better. She left here, went down to the ATL and doing, everybody say they doing big things. Everybody in the world, say they doing big things. I'm not going to say she doing big things. I'm just going to say she doing things. She's doing things. And she's making it happen. So when I come back, we're going to introduce tonight's guest. All right? Okay, we're back here, and we're at the BRI. And tonight's guest is no other than the owner, entrepreneur, self-made person from Harmon's Kitchen. She goes by the name of Miss Leah Bell. What's up, Leah? Wait a minute. Hold on. What's up, Leah?
You muted me. How you doing?
Yeah, I did. I had to mute you because you was laughing during the interview and everything. I mean, during the intro, so I had to mute you.
Oh, that's fine. It's fine.
How you doing?
I am amazing. How are you?
I like that word. I'm amazing as well. Yes. Right? Like I'm amazing as well. It's customary here on the BRI that before we start any interview process, there are 2 questions that I gotta ask you.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So are you being safe?
Yes, totally.
You are?
Yes.
Okay. The next question is, are you happy?
Yes, I am completely.
So if you're safe, we confirm that you're safe, right?
Uh-huh.
And we're confirming that you're happy, right?
Yes.
So we shouldn't have no issues with this interview then, because this is a safe place and happy place, right? This
right.
Is what this is.
That better be everywhere you go.
That's right. I know that's right. So Leah, tell the people a little bit, and don't give them a whole lot because we got a whole hour to do this interview. So don't tell them everything about you, but just tell them a little bit about you, about yourself.
Well, I grew up in Cherville. but it's called Kings Mountain. That little divot on 216. Yeah,
Okay.
that's where I
Okay.
was born and raised at, like the little outskirts of it. But yeah, I went to Cherville High School. My family is I have a big family. My grandmother was basically the head of that family. And my goal right now is to make sure her name lives on through food and through the business that I'm opening. So that's basically it.
Okay. So, and the name of that business is
Holman's Kitchen and Catering.
Homer's Kitchen and Catering.
Hmm.
So there are a lot of people out here that cook, right?
Hmm.
And from what I am noticing is that everyone that cooks have a specialty dish, right?
Right.
Everybody has a dish that they were like, yo, if you want to go and get some good okra, you need to go here. Or if you want to go and get some good, macaroni and cheese casserole, you need to go here. So what's your dish?
Ooh, I got a lot of them. I got a
What,
lot of cornbread. What else was it? My kids love hamburger steak, which is like,
hamburger steak.
yes, it's like a Salisbury steak that I make for them, and
Okay.
I make it out of ground beef, and they
Okay.
love it.
So how long have you been cooking? I mean, you're a lady, so I imagine you've been cooking a long time. But when
Yeah,
did you? No, let me rephrase that. When
okay.
did you take cooking seriously?
Since I was little, my grandmother and my aunt had me on the chair in the kitchen at 3. So yeah, I took it serious. I would cook even then. When I was young, I cooked all the time.
So how does it feel when you're cooking?
It just takes me to a different place. Like anything that's going on in the world, I forget about it. It's like I zone out, I just get in my mode, and I could cook for hours if I had to.
Okay.
It's just that easy. I would stay in the kitchen all day. Anybody that calls me on the phone, they're like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "What do you think I'm doing?" "You're cooking." Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm cooking. Like before this interview, I'm cooking.
See, that's what I'm saying. See, that's why I gotta start scripting my interviews because that's too early for that, Leah. That's too early. We had to save that. Like, you got to save that. You gonna bring it out right now? Like, come on now.
Because I'm gonna eat it later. I'm a country girl, so I'm like,
Yes, you
I
are.
can hold
Yes,
on
you
too
are.
long with looking at it. It's
Okay,
society.
but I got a real serious question for you. So I say real serious. I think that's something that you say when you're doing a podcast. It ain't real serious. Like it's just a question. Like I think that's like you try to make it feel, sound all crazy. But
Right.
when you're cooking and let's say you're catering. Let's say when you're catering an event, what makes that event special? Like what makes it makes you want to keep doing it?
It's not necessarily like catering. It's just the event per se. It goes off of the person. Like if I can make that person smile, I'm good. As long as they're happy, I'm good. When they're unhappy, I'm unhappy. So I got to do what it takes to make that person happy.
Okay. So when you decided to start your Harmon's Kitchen and Catering,
Mm-hmm.
what are some of the things that were, how you do pros and cons?
Right.
What are some of the cons that may have hindered you from going into this business prior to when you did?
Ooh, funds. Where I was. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. Funds. Funds to make a move.
That's right. We live in America. Now you need some money. You need
Yeah.
some money. You need some money. We live in America. Like it's all good here, but you need money.
Yeah.
Okay, so the funds is it. So you always had the aspiration of doing this. You just didn't
Yeah.
have the capital to make it happen.
Right. Since I was young, like I was talking to a family member last night and she was like, I'm so proud of you. She was like, because you're actually doing what you said you wanted to do and that you were gonna do. I was like, yeah, that's been my dream. That's been my dream since I was little. Like, who else is 3 years old standing on a chair being nosy wanting to cook?
True, true, true. But this is the thing. So when you finally got the funds, and you decided that you wanted to do it, what was the first thing you did?
What was the first thing I did? I went and I cooked. I can't say exactly for who, but I went and found a job up here, and it was for a great restaurant for a few people. And I met so many people, so many different famous people. It took me a month, less than a month, like 2 weeks to get a job. And they were like, well, come in the kitchen. You learn really fast. And they just watched the way I cooked offhand. Like I was invited into the kitchen. Everything went from there. And everybody was like from different places, wasn't nobody from Georgia in that kitchen at first. They were
Wow.
from different places. Like I'm like, wow, Alabama, Tennessee, St. Louis, all of that. And I'm like, wow, like
All the gumbo places. All the
yes,
gumbo.
and then everybody is like more welcoming. Like it was just like, come on, let's get this money together, type of thing. And I love that. And I love the motivation of them pushing me to be a better me and all of that.
That's nice. I mean, it's not often that you can go into a work environment and find that. Like, because most work environments are competitive.
Right.
Right.
See,
They're
we all
competitive.
came there for the same purpose.
That's good. Now, question.
Mm-hmm.
I remember meeting you. It had to be 8-9 years ago, and it was like that. It wasn't no. Remember, we talked about this. It was like that. So it wasn't like we didn't have an in-depth conversation. We didn't even converse really. It was just high and by. You know. So you were here. What made you make the move?
What made me make the move? It was more or less like I felt more confined there. Like I felt like I couldn't grow as much there because I mean, I knew everything. Everything was like just stagnant to me. So I was like, okay, let me go somewhere where I can actually grow and expand. It was like I was just stuck in one spot and like I wasn't moving. And I had to get my feet moving. And me, if you know me, I'm the type of person to where if my mind stops, it's gonna eat me alive. So I gotta go. I gotta go do what I need to do.
That's about like me when I was in New Haven, Connecticut. It got to a point when I was in New Haven, it was like if I stay here, I'm gonna die.
Right.
Right? If I stay here, I am gonna die. And excuse me, it takes a person who is self-aware to understand that about their life. Like you got to understand that about your life. Like if you are in a situation that is not conducive for you to progress and you continue to stay in that situation, then you're only going to go backwards.
Right.
Right. So I can understand that. So when you moved to the A, were you scared?
Yes, extremely. I don't have any family here.
Right.
I mean, it was me and the person that I was living with first, and then my daughter came, and it's just like,
hey, Leah, you be bugging me out. You like I can't mention the restaurant and the person I was living with first.
yes, first.
Hey, life happens, man. Life happens.
But listen, I've learned to enjoy all of it, good, bad, ugly.
Okay. So how long did it take you to get a job in the A?
Like 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
And how long did it take you to branch out on your own when you got to the A?
Oh, like 9 months, maybe.
Wow.
Yeah, because I moved up fast where I was working at, so
okay,
it was good. It was good. instead of like
happy.
before,
You
I
look
was just
happy.
stuck in that one mode. Like it wasn't going anywhere. I was like on ready, set. I was never on go.
Right, right. Well, you know what though? I can tell you this: a change of environment, meaning a total change of environment. I'm not talking about like moving from Cherville to Kings Mountain. Right. Like I'm not talking about that type of change. I'm talking about a real change, something that you're not familiar with, something that you don't know nothing about. That will make you be like, okay, I got the opportunity to reinvent myself here.
Right.
So when you came to when you went to the A, you got a job, you branched out on your own. How long did it take for you to start Harmon's Kitchen?
After the pandemic stuff, it was like 6 months.
6 months.
Mm-hmm.
So Harmon's Kitchen right now is basically a catering place, right?
Yes, and it's opening up fully on DoorDash and Grubhub too. So
what?
Yes, it'll be next week actually.
I know. Look, that's what this show is about. I'm telling you, that's what this show is about. This show is about people, average people finding a way to make a way, right?
Yeah.
Like finding a way to make a way, and you found a way and you made a way. And remember what I told you earlier? You was talking about this is God's breakthrough. And remember what I told you? I say, remember, a breakthrough is not given, it's taken.
Right. You got to go get it.
You got to go get a breakthrough. You got to go get a breakthrough. A lot of people don't understand that. Like when I hear people talking about, I'm just waiting on God's breakthrough. Well, it ain't gonna never break through for you. Right? If you waiting, no, the breakthrough is already there. You just gotta
go get it. You can't do this.
yeah, exactly. So oh man, so you're gonna be on Grubhub and DoorDash?
I got it on DoorDash already. I'm just waiting on my Grubhub stuff to come up.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna launch both of them at the same time. I actually paused my DoorDash so that I could wait on my Grubhub.
And you know what about us, especially as the melanin efficient. I ain't gonna say melanin deficient. I'm just saying the melanin efficient people. Like we have the greatest ideas, but we don't have a plan behind them.
Right.
There's no plan to implement these ideas behind them. They great ideas, but we have no plan. And the reason why we have no plan is because we try to do everything.
Yeah.
We're the manager, we're the CEO, you're the cook, you're the deliverer. We try to do it all, but we don't understand that once we farm certain responsibilities out, it makes us better because we can concentrate on what we're really good at.
Right.
Like we can, like for me, I'm a graphic designer, and I had a printing press at one time, and I was like, I'm making money, but it's hard money. It's hard. It's hard money. Like I need this money to be easier.
Right.
So I started farming out my printing.
Right.
I started farming out my printing, and when I started farming out my printing, even though my prices were a little bit higher than what it was when I was doing it, I made more money, but I had less traffic. You understand what I'm saying? Like I had less traffic, but I made more money. And I was like, how can that be? And that can be because when you got somebody handling a particular aspect of your business, you don't have to worry about that.
Right.
That's
the progress of the DoorDash and Grubhub. I don't have to deliver nothing.
You ain't got to deliver nothing. And I'm so proud of you because trust and believe me, people that's doing what you're doing, catering, small businesses, black-owned businesses, they ain't thinking about Grubhub and DoorDash.
No.
Thinking
No.
about that. Right? They DoorDash, they charge too much to deliver. Well, that's one more delivery that you wouldn't have had if you didn't have DoorDash.
Right. And then 2, you don't have to pay no upfront money.
Wow.
They take a percentage of whatever's delivered. If nothing is delivered, you don't have to pay nothing.
See, now let's pause for 1 minute, right? And let's talk about that process.
Mm-hmm.
What made you look into DoorDash and Grubhub being a small independent entrepreneur? What made you say, let me see what they're about?
The restaurant I was working at, we got it during the pandemic. Like I started working back, like I had gotten laid off. And then I went back and it was only like 4 of us in the kitchen. No servers, a person up front, and then we had DoorDash. So that's how all the food was getting around in Georgia, mainly DoorDash, right, or Grubhub or Postmates and Uber Eats, all that stuff. So when you see it, you're like, okay, I got kind of intrigued with it. I messed with it a little bit while I was at work, and I'd be like, okay, well, I started asking questions. So I made a phone call and I was like, okay, how would this work? And they told me they was like, you got 3 different areas you can work in, and it's this percentage, that percentage, and this percentage. And it goes off of distance and how much you would promote your business on there. Like they'll promote your business more if you give them a higher percentage of each delivery. Wow. So why not? It's not, I'm not going to see it, so I'm not going to miss it. See what I'm saying? And I'm not coming out of pocket up front, so there's no excuse on why I can't do it.
It's a win-win.
Right.
See, I wouldn't, me personally, I would have thought like, yo, for you to be on DoorDash or Grubhub or whatever, you had to be a corporation.
No. Grubhub called me the other week, like 2 weeks ago, and they were like, we've seen where your business is getting a lot of marketing coming in. Like they're contacting us about your business and seeing if we have you on here. I was like, for real? And they was like, yeah. And do you want to start with Grubhub too? I was like, of course, yeah. So it made me pause that and then just start all my stuff and start adding stuff to my menu. Like nice. I just have simple stuff on my menu, and most of it's dedicated to my grandmother.
Nice. So what's a dish that you named after your grandmother?
Is Hallman's chicken and dumplings.
Oh
yeah. They don't do chicken and dumplings down here like that. You got to go to Cracker Barrel and get chicken and dumplings.
See, that's why I say like ATL, they bougie country. They ain't real country.
Yeah.
They bougie country. You know what I mean? They're not real country. Because I would imagine most people in the ATL don't even eat cornbread.
They do. They eat a lot of cornbread, except it's super.
No. They eat Jiffy.
Yeah. Or they make it super sweet.
Right. So it ain't cornbread, it's cake.
Yeah, basically. And they put vanilla in, a lot of vanilla.
No. But I want to listen. I tell people a good meal to me is some cornbread, pinto beans. I'm good.
You got to give me onions though.
A little onion, right? A little onion, I'm good. But cornbread, pinto beans, I'm good. Yeah. So you got on Grubhub, you're on DoorDash. We had a little other business that we were going to talk about, but we ain't going to talk about, right? Okay. But you are a true entrepreneur, Leah.
Yeah, I do have another business that we could talk about, but hey.
Okay, so tell me about that.
I do credit. I believe
that's right.
Yeah, I believe everybody is supposed to have good credit. Like credit is life. Credit is life. The food part is the health part for me. The wealth part is the credit part for me.
Okay.
Once you have credit, you can do like the sky can be the limit for you.
Well, I'm gonna tell you my stance on credit. Before I got married, credit was not on my radar. Mm-hmm. Right? It wasn't on my radar because I felt like If I had credit, I would use credit, right?
Right.
Like I would use it, and not necessarily saying that I had the money to pay it back. I'm just saying
Right.
if I had it, I would
Right.
use credit. So I knew that was the type of person that I was.
Mm-hmm.
So I never really applied for credit until I
Right.
got married. Now, when I got married, like it ain't just about me no more. Right? It ain't just about me. It's about my spouse, my wife.
Right.
And and what we're trying to accomplish together. And I got to do my part on all aspects of it. You know what I mean? Her credit was always right. And if we're trying to do things and be progressive and move forward,
That feel
then
together.
I gotta get my credit right too.
Y'all gotta be on that playing field together.
Equally yoked.
Yeah.
Equally yoked, right?
Yeah.
Like so, right. So I started getting my credit together, and I'm like, yo, it's not complicated. Credit is not complicated, but it's intricate. Right? Like it's real intricate because the way that they do it, like you're like I understand this about credit.
Mm-hmm.
Your billing cycle is one thing,
Mm-hmm.
but your bill for the previous billing cycle comes in the new billing cycle.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So it took me a while to realize, like, yo, if I paid $300 on my previous billing cycle, how the hell I still owe $300 on my current billing cycle?
Because it's a new one. It's a new
Exactly.
cycle coming up.
So it's a learning curve for me. Not a learning curve.
Mm-hmm.
More and more, I want to say it's more of a practice.
Right.
Something I gotta practice. And credit, man, I never really downed credit. It wasn't my thing.
Right.
And my wife, she's a credit queen. Right? Like she knows everything about credit. She can tell you the interest rate, what you're gonna do, and we had in-depth conversations about credit.
Mm-hmm.
We had, and I'm like, I don't need no credit. If I ain't got the money, I don't need it.
Right.
And that's an ignorant response, though.
For real, because you could, with most things with credit, you'd never have to spend your money. That's how people get rich. They don't ever use their money.
And it's funny that you said that, right? I remember about 5 years back. Remember when Jermaine Dupri filed for bankruptcy?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, why the hell
Why did he do that?
Bankruptcy? Like he rich. Like why he filing for bankruptcy? You know what I mean?
Do it.
Right. And I'm like, yo, he filed for bankruptcy. And I know he ain't broke. He ain't broke, right? I know he's not broke. Why is he filing for bankruptcy? And then when President Trump was like, I ain't got to show my taxes. I ain't got to show my taxes. Y'all call it, or if I found a loophole in the tax code,
yeah,
I'm not cheating. I'm not cheating the system.
No, just because you don't understand it, doesn't mean that he's cheating. He just knows how to work it.
He just knows how to work it. So now I'm more conscious of credit. But speaking of your credit business, when you encounter someone that wants to repair, because it's credit repair that you do, right?
Right.
So when you encounter somebody that want to repair their credit, what is one of the main issues that you see a lot of people have when it comes to credit?
Inquiries have been a lot, and doctor bills.
And
that's basically it. Like I've seen maybe one or two bankruptcies, stuff like that, but it's mainly like Doctor bills everywhere. Even with my own personal credit, I had them everywhere. Like, so it was outrageous. And it's never really credit cards. Like, most of the people that I've done their credit have been Black people.
Okay.
So the thing is with that, they're like, okay, they're afraid to get credit. They're afraid to get credit cards. And I'm like, you have to be in debt to get credit. You have to get some type of debt to get credit, period.
Right.
The bank doesn't want to lend to somebody that doesn't have credit already, that doesn't have debt already. Like, you have to have debt.
Unless you have a whole lot of money.
Right. But people think that money is going to be around forever, and that's not. Credit is key. Just put it like that. Credit is the main thing.
But this is the thing, though, Leah. I can't do nothing about if I have to go to the emergency room because my chest hurting and I get a bill for $7,500.
Right. Well, that's when you come. That's when you come and talk to me.
Okay.
That's when you come and talk to me, and we'll work that out. But hey.
Okay. So the credit, see, because let me tell you something. When I was in New Haven, Connecticut, they had all these, I want to call them MLMs, these multi-level marketing things where, and the one that I can think about offhand is FES.
Yes.
The FES, man, they was trying to get at me, Leah, hard. And I'm like,
I know who you're talking about this.
I'm like, yo, are you trying to repair my credit or are you trying to get me to sign up for a business? Which one is it? Right?
Yeah,
like,
let me waive your fees, sir. Let me waive your fees.
Right. You know, like, which is it? Like, I didn't come here to be a FES representative. I came here to figure out how I'm going to get this credit right.
Yes.
Right. So when they came at me with, if you invest this money, you can teach people too. I don't want to teach people.
Right.
That ain't me. That's not me. I want you to help me get my credit right. That's what I'm trying to do. Like, I don't want to teach nobody nothing.
Right.
They adamant about, you buying into the system.
The company, yeah.
Right. So with that, it sort of deterred me away from it because it's like, yo, I don't want this. I just want you to show me how to get my credit right.
Right. It's all about learning about it. Like, you just need somebody that's going to teach you the demographics of it. And then too, like, there's a lot of people out here that's scared whenever you sit up there and tell them you need to work on their credit. You'll be like, well, I need this information from you. I need this information from you. So many people have hurt these people to where they don't trust anybody.
Right.
So they don't want to give their information over. But my thing is, what can I do with your information if your credit's already bad?
It's funny that you said that, right? Like, I'm a junior. My name is Denoris Wilson Jr.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't always put junior on my stuff. I just put Denoris Wilson, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my dad called me up maybe about a couple of months ago and was like, yo, you need to start putting junior on your stuff because I'm getting something and I know I didn't make this bill. And I'm saying to my dad, I'm like, Dad, I understand we got the same name, but we ain't got the same social security number.
No, you don't.
You know what I mean? We got the same name, but our social security numbers ain't the same. Like, right. That's your bill. That's your bill. That ain't mine.
So you saying they looked your social up, right? They looked his social up for your bill.
Right, on my bill. And I'm like, look, let me tell you something, Dad. Look, I love you. I love my dad, but that's your bill. That ain't me. You try to put it off for me, but that ain't me, because I don't care what happens. Credit card don't go by name.
Right.
You go by your social.
Your social, yes. It does.
You understand? And I don't know my father's social. So I ain't go out here and get a phone in my dad's name with his social. You know what I mean? Like I ain't do that. So I don't know his social, but he's adamant. He said, I'm telling you, when they put that name in the system, you come up and they think it's me. I'll say, no, that's you.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no crossing that social.
So I'm gonna ask you a question about credit though, when you really think about it. How is credit good?
How is credit good? Because I mean, it's like a line that you never have to use your money out of your pocket. Think about it. If you never use money out of your pocket, you could pay your bills and just keep that credit revolving.
But what good is a 750 credit score when you only make 750 a week?
What good is it? It's a lot of good.
Yeah.
It's a lot of good because my thing is, okay, if you have a 750 credit score, right? It's going off of data points anyway. So you can have a 750 credit score and it be weak. And you still can't get nothing like the person that's got a 430, 425. It doesn't matter. You have to build that up. You have to have certain usages and all of that. You can't.
Ho. Stop the presses. So the higher the credit score don't mean nothing?
No, them numbers don't mean crap. Not if you don't have the data points for it. It don't.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's just all a racket.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. If you have credit cards, right? Say you have credit cards. If you have a whole bunch of usage on those credit cards, like say over 30%, over 20%, that's not gonna make a difference. Whenever a creditor looks at that, or somebody that's about to lend you a line of credit, when they're about to look at that, they're like, oh, well, he's living outside of his means. See what I'm saying? Because you're using way over what you're supposed to be using and you're not paying it off fast.
Okay.
So that's when you bring yourself back down to reality.
Okay.
And get back focused, because it's all about discipline. And you know, most people ain't disciplined with money. They're not.
I ain't.
Put cash in my hand. I better go ahead and take it to the bank. Take it to the bank. Put it up.
Listen, I'm not good with money. That's why I don't have checks.
Me too. I told them that I didn't want them. Yeah,
I don't want no check. I do not want. Listen, I did 5 years in the federal university, if you know what I mean. So, when I got out, you know, I didn't have bad credit because I never used it. You know what I mean?
You just had brand new credit.
Brand new credit. So I get out, I get a bank account. They say, do you want some checks? Yeah, bring them on. Give me some checks. Man, I found about 3 months later, I found out I can float some checks. I done wrote a check to this bank and then to another bank and automatically withdrew off of that check that ain't no money in that bank.
And
ain't no
money.
Like,
uh-oh.
And then one day it caught up with me when I done floated so many checks in one bank, I owe like $1,500.
Right.
Because it caught up with me. And I was like, yo, I'm going to pay this off and I don't want no more checks.
Right. And see, that's the way I feel about checks. I don't want checks.
And
then it takes so long for them to hit the bank account.
Right. So
I don't have time for that.
So you just told me something. So you telling me I can have a 750 credit score and it don't mean nothing?
And it'd be weak, yeah.
What?
Yes.
My people,
you can deflate your credit.
God almighty. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You done made me mad now. You done made me mad.
It depends on what's on it. If you have enough trade lines, if you have enough credit cards, if you have enough primaries, if you have enough stuff on there to make it look appealing, like you have debt, but you know how to budget it, you're good. It's all about budgeting what you have. And if you can't budget it, you can have a 750 credit score and you've used too much of your credit line and bow, they're not going to give you anything else because they see how you're paying.
So what you're actually telling me is that no matter what your credit score is, if you don't exercise some discipline,
Right.
it don't really matter, right?
Right.
Okay. I get that. Because I don't have, listen, when it comes to money, I'm the type of person, if I want something and I got the money, I'm
You
getting
want
it.
to get it.
I'm getting it. Like, I
Well,
worry
look, the
about
thing
the
is, if you have the
aftermath.
money, and you're using a credit card, right? Pay it off in 2 weeks. Bring that utilization back down before it hit.
Okay.
It was like it was never there.
But then again, though, don't I want it to be there so that they can see that I paid it, and then, you know what I mean? Like,
They're gonna see you paying it. They're gonna see when you use it. But when you pay it, you need to make sure you pay it to keep that utilization down.
now my wife was telling me that whatever with all the credit cards that you got, you never want to spend over 30% of all your balance. Is that correct?
Actually, it's more at 10%.
10%.
Say you have an old credit card. Say, look, okay, I'm gonna tell you the best thing. Most people, what they do is if they have an old credit card they're not using, they say, oh no, I don't want this no more, and they take it off. Why would you take that off? And that's showing that you have another credit line on there. Say you have $15,000 worth of credit and you take that and you've used like $2,500. You see what I'm saying? And you got 15,000, and then you take a $5,000 card off of there, it makes the utilization go up. See what I'm saying? So leave that card on there. It's not hurting you. You're not using it.
Now check this out though. Now you just said, let's say you have a $15,000 credit limit. And I'm gonna be honest with you. $15,000 credit limit, only black women got that. Black men ain't got no $15,000 credit.
It depends on what you're doing. You can like get 3 different cards, each one on 5,000. You just gotta know how to do your card.
Ain't no black man got no $15,000 credit limit. Trust me, if a black man had a $15,000 credit limit, he would be the BMF. Trust me and believe it.
Yes.
Ain't no black man got. That's a black woman that got a $15,000.
Well, see, look, I'm up for telling people how to do it.
Now, a black man may have a $1,500 credit limit, like 3 different cards with $1,500 on it, but he ain't got no. You show me a black man with a $15,000 credit limit. Show me one. Have you met one with a $15,000 credit limit for real?
Not yet. Because look, I'm working on people's credit, so you know I'm not gonna get it.
Right? You know what I mean. So what I'm saying is that now black women, because they have had to do so much with so little, right? With so much with so little, they are well versed with making something out of nothing.
Right.
They're well versed with making something out of nothing. My grandmother did it. My aunts do it. My mom do it. They make something out of nothing. But a black man, nah. Mm-mm.
Me, I used to penny pinch all the time. Coupons.
Mm-mm.
Find a sale. Where's the first sale at?
Hey, listen.
People used to laugh because I used to buy my clothes from Walmart all the time.
Me and my homeboy was talking today, and I was telling him, I was like, look, I ain't into all that Ferragamo or Gucci, and I'm not into all that, right? Don't get me wrong. If I had the money, I would be. Right? Like, if I had the money, I would be, but I don't have the money, so I'm not into that, right? But we was talking, he was like, yo, man, Deanie, I done got to the point to where, you know what? The only thing that I care about, that I gotta make sure that it's top notch, and this is me too, is my shoes.
Right.
As a man, my shoes gotta be right. Everything else I can get from Walmart, Target, or whatever, but my shoes, they gotta be top notch. Now I say that to say this: Michael Jordan is the #1 sneaker seller in the world, and that's not because of black women.
Right. It's because of black men.
That's because of black men, right?
Yeah.
Because one thing about a black man, and I think it's psychological in that Your feet are your foundation. If your foundation ain't right,
It's rough.
Look, I tell people like this: you can have on a Kenneth Cole suit, dressed to the nines, but if your shoes ain't right, the whole outfit messed up.
Yeah, if you have on Payless shoes, it's over.
The whole outfit is messed up, right? So I think we take pride in the foundation.
But see, if you have on Jordans, you have on a plain T-shirt and some regular blue jeans.
You lit.
It's lit. Yeah.
It's a wrap, right? So I think like when it and I'm saying this in regards to credit, right? As a black man, like as a black man growing up, right? And I grew up in Kings Mountain, and it took me. I got 25 years old, and then I realized that when I was growing up, I was poor. I didn't feel poor. I didn't look poor. I had a roof over my head. I had food in my stomach. I had love all around me, but I still was poor. Right? And I credit my mom, my grandmother, and my aunts for not making me feel poor.
Right.
Right? For not making me feel like I was poor. But when I got out of the world and I seen the stuff that people had and what they was getting and what they valued, I realized I'm like, not only am I poor, but I have a poor mind state. Right? Like my mind is poor too, because I hadn't been subjected to those finer things of life.
Right.
Right. Like I wasn't subjected to those things. And when I went to New Haven, Connecticut, and I got subjected to those things, it caused a lot of anxiety in me because I couldn't afford them.
Right. But how old were you when you did that?
About 27.
Okay, think about doing that at my age. Because me, even though I seen them, I was like, okay, I'm not into it. Like, I get my nails done. I get my toes done. If my foundation was my toenails. And my hair, I do it myself. Makeup, I don't wear it. So my thing is, like, whenever I got out here, it's like Apple this, Apple that. I'm talking on a Mac. It's like I didn't know anything about Apple, nothing. Like all this stuff was brand new to me. Everything, FaceTime, all of that. I'm a country girl. I used to walk around with no shoes on. So see what I'm saying? Like I'm walking around in a Walmart $2 tank top.
You got some rough feet then. Your feet.
No, my feet are good. My feet are perfectly fine.
Ain't nothing but dirt roads on there where you live at.
I know. And then when it was paved with the rocks under it.
With the rocks on it. And look, every month they come down and put some water on it. Like
yes. I grew up with a well for a little bit.
Me too. My aunt used to tell me, boy, to cut that water off, you're going to dry a well up.
Yes. No, but I'm talking about the one you put the pail down in.
No, you didn't.
My grandmother and them had one. My uncle, like, our family stayed back where it was my aunt and my mama. And then my aunt was up top and my grandmother was up there. And then my other aunt was on the other side. We had a well right beside our house.
You are kidding me.
We used to look down in there. We would have fell in there. It would have been over.
We didn't have a well where you had to pull a bucket down, but we had a well.
We had one of them too. Yeah.
So you know what, man? Remember what I told you? This interview is not an interview; it's a conversation, and that's what we're having. Right? And I want people to resonate with you and understand you. So this was about, it was supposed to be about Harmon's Kitchen, right? Like that's what it was supposed to be about. So let's talk about Harmon's Kitchen. What are some of the dishes that you offer?
I have like a petty melt, it's a turkey Texas toast melt. So it's on Texas toast bread with garlic butter on each side. It has a mixed cheese blend on top with grilled onions, and I do a turkey patty or a beef patty. And then I'm gonna start offering a veggie patty.
Nice.
I'm in the process of like making my own veggie patties. So I'm
Nice.
gonna have like stuff for vegans too coming up, but I do a lot of seafood and stuff like that too. Like I have a shrimp poor boy. It has like a chipotle type of ranch on it, but it's like I toss it in sweet chipotle sauce too. And then I put lettuce, tomato, and all that stuff on it. It's awesome.
So, what type of events do you cater? Do you cater any type of event, or
Yeah. Basically, anything that anybody wants me to cater, I can. Like I can basically cook anything you need me to cook. It just depends on what you want, and that's the point of catering. I'm here to cater to your needs. That's it. I'm gonna
okay,
start doing
Destiny
meal preps
Child?
too.
Okay, Destiny Child.
Yeah. Listen, hey, I'm country. I told you, I'm from the country. I believe in it. I
I have
believe
a young
in
lady.
people what they want.
I have a young lady. She actually was the coordinator for our wedding, me and my wife's wedding.
Mhm.
And she started doing what you're doing. She started out with a lot of ghost kitchens. Her name is Tisha Newsom,
Mhm.
and out of Charlotte. She started out with a lot of. It's called rabbit food,
Mhm.
and she started out with a lot of like in ghost kitchens and doing meal preps and all that.
Mhm.
And she bought her a bus, right?
Mhm.
She bought her a bus and she's converting them. And those food trucks are they hot right now, ain't they?
Mhm. I told you about my food.
Yeah, yeah. Those
I'm
food
not gonna
trucks.
say nothing about it, but it's gonna come.
That those food, but do you know why I realized why they're popular? Because you ain't got to be stationary.
Right. You can be
You can be at
mobile.
football games, you can be at basketball games, you can be at carnivals, you can be everywhere. Like, so she started this food truck, man, and I don't think the food truck got off yet, but it's something that I look at and think about it though. It's a big investment
Hmm.
because not only do you got to buy the truck, you got to convert it.
Yeah, and you got to pay insurance.
Yeah, like it's gas, right? It's
But the thing is, if it fails and it's stationary, then it's over. If it's mobile, you can go other places to make money.
you could be like, yo, these people over
This
here
ain't
ain't
working.
doing
Let me go
nothing.
here.
I'm gonna let me go over here. And then not only that though, whatever festival or carnival shows up anywhere in the world, you can get
You
there.
can go there. My big thing is having a mobile restaurant.
That's what you want to do? A restaurant or a mobile kitchen?
A mobile restaurant. You remember I told you.
Yeah. So that means you
It's gonna
gotta
have a
you gotta
kitchen.
buy
It's gonna
great.
have
You gotta
a
buy
dining area.
Greyhound. You gotta buy Greyhound. So what you gonna do? Like mobile restaurant tours?
Yeah, through the city.
Mm, through the
Do them
city.
here and in
Okay.
Charlotte. That's my goal.
Like a party bus restaurant. Nice. That's a good idea. Hey Leah, do you believe we've been on live for an hour?
No, I don't.
We've been on live for an hour.
Well,
And
I
it,
had
it
fun.
feels like it feels like 15 minutes, doesn't it?
Right.
I
I
ain't
see it
lying.
now. Yeah, I see it now.
A whole an hour like that.
I can
Listen,
talk to you for like 2 more hours, I promise you.
listen. Well, look, man. This is a show where I'm featuring you, and I'm featuring. It's breast cancer awareness month, right? Like
Mhm.
this is what it is, right? And I don't know if I know what you went through, right? Like you know what I mean? Like I know what you went through, and it was important for me to have you on, especially during this month. I
Right.
don't know if you want to. I don't know if you want to divulge it or put it out there, but I know what you went through, and I admire you, and I see what you're doing, and anything that I can do to help you, not even achieve your goal, just to be better.
Right.
Right. Just to be a little bit better. I want to do it for you. And when you agreed, because listen, when I used to see, remember I told you, I used to see you all the time online, and at one time you was really into the fitness thing.
Yeah.
Like that. You really in the fitness thing. And
I'm there just a little bit. It ain't went anywhere. Not too much.
Like, okay. You were really into the fitness thing. And when I got the idea to start my podcast, I just wanted it to be regular people.
Right.
Right. Because I think, like, for us, we look for inspiration from people who already made it. Right.
Not
like
the up and coming.
But this is the thing. When you look for inspiration for people who already made it, if you're inspired by people who already made it, then you're doing yourself a disservice because you're not seeing how they made it.
Right. But you're not using your own mind to build yourself up to that either. Like you're wishing for something they already have.
What word did you use? You're doing what?
You're building yourself up. Like you can't grab.
No, you said you're wishing.
Yeah, you're wishing. You're wishing for something that they have, and it's not. You got to go for what's for you. That's the main goal. Go for what's for you. Like I tell my kids all the time, if you dream it, you breathe it, you wake up, you think about it, you go to sleep thinking about it. That's what it is.
That's what it is. That's what it is. And don't be scared. What they said, don't be scared.
Don't be scared. But you can't be scared because, I mean, if you're scared, then you'll never go anywhere. Because you're gonna have to take risks.
And this is my thing about taking risks. You take risks every day. You get in the car and you drive down the road. You don't know if that person that's coming towards you is having a bad day and just want to say, forget it, everything. I'm gonna kill everybody and take some people. I'm gonna kill myself and take some people with me. You don't know.
Right.
You don't know if that person is feeling like that. So you're taking a risk. But if I am gonna take a risk, at least one of those risks are gonna be on myself.
Yes. Either whether it's with money, time, lack of sleep, just anything, it has to be on you. And if you never take a risk for yourself, what makes you think another person is going to?
I don't know who Outstanding is, but they say they such a fan of your food. I don't know who Outstanding is, so they are a fan of your food. I haven't had your food yet. I should be in Atlanta sometime soon because as a matter of fact, when we get offline, I may be hooking you up with a connect that you may be able to use.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, I should be in Atlanta sometime soon, so hopefully I get to sample some of your food.
Well, you let me know where you're gonna be at, and I got you.
Okay, so now tell the people how to get in touch with you. Social media. Don't give out your phone number because I do have dudes watching and they're gonna be trying to holler at you on the low.
They already stay in my DM.
I already know.
And you know me, I'm like, I'm single, but I'm not looking, so we're good.
Okay. So tell them how to get in touch with you on your social media.
Social media, you can go to my Facebook, it's Leah Bell. And on my Instagram, it's Hallman's ATL. So it's Hallman's HALLMANS ATL.
Okay.
And the big thing about the ATL too is my kids, Angel, Ty, Lyric.
Nice.
And in that order.
So when somebody say ATL, that's for Atlanta. No,
my kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so look, before we end, I didn't get to do it on my last segment because that was the first segment of the new season. I didn't ask this young lady this, but but I'm about to ask you. It's customary that we ask 2 questions at the end of each interview, and one is a 3-part question.
Okay.
The first question is did you enjoy the interview?
I loved it. I felt like I was at home again. That brought me back to the country. I'm a country girl. I'm in the city, so you brought me back to my thing.
Okay.
And
Now,
here's
next question.
the same thing. I'm living it, but
The
I
dream.
came to you.
I know that's right. Okay, so now the next question is a 3-part question. Well, it has 3 answers, not 3 parts, but the 3 answers. So I need for you to name me 3 famous Black people, but they can't be athletes or entertainers.
Okay. Well, she's an entertainer too. Maya Angelou.
Okay, I give you that.
Let's see. See, you taking them away from me because, like, I grew up with older people. So it's like, let me see. I know Cicely Tyson, but she was still an actress.
No, she an entertainer. Nope, can't use
I
Cicely.
said she was still an actress. I don't know.
Yes, you do. I caught you off guard, but you know 3 famous Black people.
I mean, I do, but it's like my mind is like, since you said entertainer, it's like,
right. Go ahead. We're not gonna look. I don't care if you take 2 hours. We're not gonna leave until you give me 2 more people.
oh, let me see. Dang it. I don't know. It's been a minute. Okay, I got one for you. Since everybody wanted to talk about it, Barack Obama is one.
That's the easy one, but go ahead. I'm gonna give you that.
I got you.
That's 2. I'm gonna give you that. That's a good one. I'm gonna give you that.
Martin Luther King, Malcolm X.
No, you don't name no more because I got other guests that's going to be coming up here and they're going to be trying to use these answers. So, okay.
Look, hold up.
Who we got? Maya Angelou, Barack Obama.
And I said Malcolm X. Yeah.
Martin, who you want? Martin Luther King.
I want Martin Luther King. Let me say.
Because you're in the A, so you need to go.
Yes, I want that one.
Okay, so now the next time I bring you back on here, and we got that Harmless Kitchen, mobile kitchen bus running around the United States, right? And I asked you this question: you can't use them 3 anymore. Those done.
I got you. And I'm gonna go ahead and get my game up with books and all this other stuff.
You ain't got to get your game up with books. You already know it. I just caught you off guard. That's all.
But see, me, I always like to learn. So. But
see, this is the thing, and I ask people that question, not to put you on blast or anything, but just to let people understand that they ain't teaching us about ourselves.
Right. And I believe that. I know this for a fact.
They not teaching us about ourselves.
Another thing they're not teaching you about too is they're not teaching you how to be prepared for life. What they teach you is to stay in debt. They don't teach you how to not be in debt.
Hey, the way America is the way America is made up, the teaching that you receive is to make you be a worker.
Right. Exactly. And I refuse to be a worker.
I'm not a worker. I'm a boss.
I refuse to be a worker.
I don't care if I'm only the boss of myself. I'm still a boss.
Right. I'm the boss of me. Yes.
I'm the boss of me. I'm a boss. Yes. But Leah, we at an hour and 10 minutes, and it don't feel like I can go on with you, but I can't. Right? But thank you for this interview, and I enjoyed. I enjoyed it so much, man. I just feel like time sped up or something. Like it's just.
I do too.
I don't know where it went. An hour and 10 minutes. Where did it go?
Well, I got to show you the shirt. I got to show you the hood.
Yeah, show me the shirt. Show the shirt.
Look, I'm gonna rep the Carolinas till the day I die.
I know that's right. Wait a minute. Let me put you on full screen. Hold on.
Hey.
Hold on. Let me get you on full screen.
There you
Y'all
go.
see it? That's Harmon. That's Harmon's kitchen. That's her. And I will have her social media link available on the BRI. Woo! Y'all, she made that for me. I can't eat it, but she made it for me.
I'm about to tear this up.
Oh, that's right. But Leah, thank you again. And keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep finding a way to make a way. And remember what I told you. A setback.
It's exactly what it is.
It's exactly what it is. It ain't nothing else. It ain't a setup for nothing. It ain't nothing God trying to work you. No, it's a setback. That's exactly what it is. And once you realize that it's a setback, then you can get in your mind what you need to do
to overcome it.
To overcome it. All right. Thank you again. And we'll be in touch because we got big things going on. We got big things happening.
Yes. We do.
And we still have to talk about it. And but just stay here for about 5 minutes after I close the show out.
Okay.
And we'll talk. All right.
Okay.
Everybody, Miss Leah Bell, Harmon's Kitchen credit repair specialist. That's what's up. All right, Leah, I'm gonna be right back to you after I end the show.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, everybody, that was Miss Leah Bell, Harmon's Kitchen. I hope y'all enjoyed the interview. I know I did. I wanted y'all to get. I don't know her. I know of her. I've seen her a couple of times, but I don't know her. So I wanted y'all to get to know her, just like at the same time that I got to know her. And man, the time just flew by. But we here and we making it happen. And next week, I got another chef. It's my brother. All right. So let's do this little short outro. And look, tune in next week. Another chef. He's got his mobile kitchen running and up and running. And we're going to interview him. But until then, remember, in order for you to receive a blessing, you must first be a blessing. All right. With that, I say peace.